Hi, I'm Emily Sheehan and I'm the director of Borderline. Borderline is a short film about the impact of addiction on a young woman who's also a paramedic. On Borderline, I was the director, and the director is in charge of they are the captain of the ship. And in the function as a director, you're communicating with your key members of production. For example, you're working directly with your cinematographer, you're working directly with your producer, your production designer, your editor, and you have the core vision of the story, and it's your job to communicate that to them so that they can execute it. You're also working with your actors and making sure that they feel vulnerable and willing to expose themselves and also understand their characters, and you can kind of guide them along the path of their characters and the movement of that within the story. As the director, I think I can only say from my experience, because every director is very, very different and has very different kind of priorities. For me, the biggest priority as a director is to develop trust with your crew, trust with your cast, and without that trust, there's nothing, because without that trust with your cast, they won't open up, and then without that trust with your crew, they don't trust your judgment, you have nothing. My typical day on set is right before I get on set, I really go and dive into the beats of the scenes of each day. Moment to moment what happens, and then I try to kind of figure out before I get on set, how do I want to capture that? And this is all work I've done far and lots in preparation, but this is kind of the final based off of the movement of the shoot up to date. So then I take that information and I arrive on set, and then I find my AD and my cinematographer. I would then talk through kind of these are the moments that I want to capture over the course of the shoot today. And I talk with my AD, who would help me say, okay, if you want that, this is what your schedule needs to be. And we already have a schedule, but we can adjust it here and there. With my cinematographer, I'd walk into the set, we'd walk through the location together, and we'd talk through the blocking, what the actors are going to physically do, and kind of her thoughts on what she wanted to capture, and then my thoughts on, yes, but this is more important to the story, or yes, that sounds like a good idea, and we'd walk through that. And then once I was set and Tara was setting up for the lights and setting up for the shoot, I then go talk to my actors, and who are just kind of coming in and getting into costume, getting ready, and I talk with each of them about kind of what their motivations were for the shoot and what they needed to do. What kind of was the goal of that scene today? Like what not necessarily what they were feeling, but where they were before and where they need to kind of be after, to give them goalposts so they can strive towards a moment within the scene.
Is that what it is? Now you're threatening me, huh?
So once I've already kind of spoken with all the different departments and gotten everything moving, then it's a matter of just tracking it and keeping everything going along the same path and down the right path. And so it's kind of, I get the train going at the very beginning, and then I hold on tight, because it's gonna go, sometimes it'll go down the path that I was anticipating, and sometimes it won't, but that's what I do.